Hello and welcome to Street Famous Photoshop tutorial number 1. In this tutorial we'll be covering basics in granites and reflections. Also be working with little tips and tricks along the way. Basically this is the end result of what you would be producing. Um, let's go ahead and get started. Go ahead and open up your Photoshop. You can work with any version, new, old, should all work out for this tutorial, so you'll be good. Go ahead and go to File, New. Shortcut for that is Control N. Go ahead and name my document Street Famous 1. You can name it whatever you would like. My width for my canvas is going to be 500. The height is going to be 250. The resolution, I'm just going to keep it at 72. I don't really need to mess with that right now. I'll explain it in a future tutorial. Go ahead and press OK when you have those settings. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and select black. Make sure you have black. The hex color is all zeros. Just make sure you have it set as that. And we were going to click the paint bucket tool, which looks like a bucket with paint spilling out. So we're going to go ahead and have that selected, and we're going to open up our layers. Okay, so we have background selected, and we are going to click down on the canvas once, right click onto it with the black, and as you see we have a black canvas now. Go ahead and make another layer. Let's name that text 1. I use underscores instead of spaces. You don't need to do so. I just took that with habit and just ran with it. So go ahead and click the text tool, horizontal type tool, and we are going to go ahead and right click onto the black canvas. And you see the cursor blinking. I'm going to go ahead and put Street Famous. You can use whatever text you want for this tutorial, whatever. If you're making a signature for forms or anything like that, banners, this is actually a pretty good tutorial to get you started on something that looks quite decent and is pretty fast to produce. So we've got our text here. Go ahead and double click onto your text 1 layer, and this will bring up the layer styles panel. I need to give it a second. Sorry about that. Okay, so we got the layer styles up. I usually keep my panel over to the right so I can still see the canvas somewhat, as it does update real time. Okay, so go ahead and check the granite overlay. By default it is black and white overlay. Go ahead and click to edit the granite. This will bring up the granite editor as you see here. So I'm going to go ahead and just click the white, and we're going to change this to red. Yeah, you can use whatever color you'd like, so whatever fits of what you're doing. Go ahead and press OK, and we're going to scale this out a little bit, and we're going to put this at 130. Now we're going to click the stroke, and we will select that now after you checked the box, and we're going to go ahead and click fill type and go down to granite, and we're going to change the size to 1. We're going to double click to get into the granite editor, and as you can see we have the black down here. You can actually see it real time, which is pretty cool. So you move over this panel to actually see it. As you see, if I move it more to the there, we're going to go a little darker, not all the way black, but close to it. Okay, and go ahead and press OK once you have these settings, or whatever you prefer to use. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and scale this to 150. And once you have that, go ahead and check the bevel and emboss, and then go ahead and select that style, and we will take the depth all the way to 1000%. And the size, I will actually need to mess with it real time as I am doing this tutorial off the top of my head. I'm going to go ahead and put it at 95. We're going to uncheck use global light, and we're going to change this to 90 degrees. and we are going to take the opacity of the highlight down to 35. Go ahead and press OK when you have these settings. Okay, now we're going to actually collapse all the styles within this layer so they cannot be changed anymore, as we will be duplicating this file and doing that. So go ahead and follow along. You're going to right click onto this layer and you're going to drag it down to the layers icon right here, and that will duplicate it. As you see, text 1, and we have text 1 down here. Text 1 copy is the duplicate. We're going to go ahead and name that text 1 reflections or reflection. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and on your keyboard you're going to press these keys, Control T, and you will get this looking thing. Basically, this lets you transform it. At the top of your screen you will see area in which it looks like this. You will click on here and you will press negative sign on the height. So basically it's a mere reflection of exactly what we have. Now, as you can see, the layer style settings did still apply to this, so you can see it's lighter up here just like this, but darker down here. We actually want to give it that effect. So we're going to go ahead and rasterize, or we're going to convert this to a smart object and then rasterize it. Basically, this compounds all the styles into this and doesn't allow it to be moved anymore. We're going to give this some space right here, so go ahead and use your arrow tools or arrow keys on your keyboard to move this down, or you can use your mouse, whatever works best for you. Go ahead and click onto the marquee tool and feather it. Select the feather and change it to 20 pixels. And we're going to go ahead and select this halfway, and I'm about to press the backspace on my keyboard about 5 times, 4 to 5 times, depending on what your preference is. And there you have it. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you need to go back, go ahead and rewind the video, and if you have any questions, leave it in the comment box and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Leave your comments, rates, whatever, like it, don't like it. Constructive criticism, always best. Alright, thanks for watching.